a brand new year requires a brand new approach. This year we learned so many important lessons, and I would like to know what your thoughts are, okay? So you can share that with us on social media at TVC Connect, hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. You see, the importance of mental health and the need to be kinder to ourselves is one thing that I know for sure I learned. I learned to forgive, move forward, and be at peace. Yes. Also learned that communication and understanding is refreshing. And, let's just welcome you again to Wake Up Nigeria. This is another refreshing edition tailored to uplift your spirit at this holiday season. Yes, that's what we have for you. Good morning and welcome to your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria. Now, it's a special holiday edition, so we will be having a great time here with you, especially if you do not have to go to work and you get to hang out with members of your household. But for those who have to go to work, don't worry, take us along with you, okay? The special thing about this season is that it urges us to share more than we have received, and we are well able to. So stay with us in the next 1 hour, 45 minutes. We will be showing you what this season means to us, okay? My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. And to be honest, it's been quite a year for most people, but the Yuletide is a time of cheer. So set aside all that is wrong and focus on that which is right, okay? Now, of course, as I said earlier, take us with you. Stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect. You can also follow us on social media at TVC Connect, okay? And watch us live on GOTV channel 27 and UHF 49. You can also download the TVC app to be able to watch us from absolutely anywhere in the world, okay? So now let's tell you what to expect on the show today. We kick off with relationship, and we will be discussing dealing with anger in relationships, and that, of course, will be a conversation with Peace Egede. Then we have Obi Ogbonaya, popularly known as the Real Jerome, joining us for our first conversation. We can't wait for that one. Music makes everything better. For a musical performance, Akinde Damilare, known as Sef Global Boy, will be joining us to give us his brand new single in a bit. Finally, coming on the couch for an interesting conversation is Obi Etokchima, an actor, and we cannot wait to have this conversation with her. Okay, it's, time to return to work. People have been enjoying the holidays, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Not
break.
No, not. I worked over the weekend. What are you
shouldn't.
talking about? I even worked on Christmas Day.
No, man, it's not strange.
So there was no
have
break.
people really resumed? I know a number of corporate offices will resume 3rd, 4th January.
Dude, it didn't work like that too.
Didn't work like that this time.
I don't know what's going on. Corporate organizations have said that everybody will be essential workers. That's why there's traffic. Even on Christmas Day, you would have experienced traffic as well.
Areas.
So apparently, many companies did not go on any break this year. Wow. Many companies that had the penchant for closing by the 20th to resume, say, on the 6th, they are working. They only gave their employees Christmas and New Year off. But you see, even the few days in between, everybody wants to make money this year.
Yeah, but I think this has been, in the works for quite a very long time. As time goes on, people tend to not, when we're younger, by this time, a week to Christmas, a lot of businesses had gone on break.
Yeah.
But now, this time around, due to how things are and all that, people are still working and they don't go on break.
Please, you need the rest, okay? Forget your annual leave, Christmas break. And then we have to work, we need the roads to be free as well. I'm talking about the roads being free. Yeah, look at it. He's already sleeping. Welcome to the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. We begin in Nigeria's capital city of Abuja, where barely 2 days after the life of a young lawyer, Omobolanle Rahim, was cut short by the bullet of a police officer, ASP Drambi Vandane, in Lagos, President Muhammadu Buhari has joined millions of Nigerians in condemning the heinous and senseless killing. The president, in a statement by his media aide, Garba Shehu, assured the late lawyer's family and the Nigerian Bar Association that justice must be meted out in the case. President Buhari directed the police authorities to take the strongest possible action against the culprit, who is now in detention. According to him, this incident is a reminder of the recurring menace of the mishandling of weapons and a wake-up call to law enforcement agencies to ensure the full implementation of reforms instituted by the administration, as well as protection of citizens' rights. Now, a condolence register has been opened at the home of late Omobolanle Rahim, but a family is pleading with visiting mourners to give them breathing space at the moment. TVC News senior correspondent Ivy Kanu, who has been following up on the story that broke on Christmas Day, visited the deceased residence in Lagos.
Sunday, 25th December is one day that the Rahims won't forget in a hurry. A day dedicated to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ by Christian faithful turned out a day of sadness for the Omobolanle Rahim's family. Titilayo Enema is Omobolanle's sister. She expresses her grief to TVC crew.
Only you will not understand.
Weeping uncontrollably, Titilayo relieves her elder sister, Omobolanle's unique spirit.
Am I wearing the nice clothes? I said, no, go and change. She wants to carry my daddy late clothes that we use for burial. She wants to use that. I said, don't wear burial clothes. Don't wear burial clothes. Go and wear nice clothes.
Like a flash, the clock stopped ticking as a police officer, now identified by the police as Assistant Superintendent of Police Drambi Vandi, ended it all, throwing the family into avoidable mourning.
After spending 1 hour there, my sister said, let's go home. So immediately inside the car, she was even telling me, talking to the husband, and as we were smiling and laughing, the guy just said, stop. There's a car coming. You said, stop. Immediately we would just stop. We just hear gunshot. I don't know how. Where? The guy was not in our front at all. The guy was not in our front. My sister was sitting, and the husband was driving. I was sitting at the back of my elder sister, Barrister Bolanle, and my children, 4 children were there, and with our own daughter. So immediately she just said, Benga, the gun have entered my chest. Benga, the gun have entered my chest. Immediately she just dropped.
She says Omobolanle's 8-year-old daughter is yet to come to terms with the reality of her mom's death.
Mommy Sarah, do you know what God cannot do does not exist? My mommy is coming back.
Nigerian Bar Association Lagos branch has vowed to follow through. The association stated this during an interview with TVC News.
We are going to pursue it and prosecute it to the letter. And we're working very hard to ensure that we get justice for our slain colleague. And beyond that, we're going to be setting up a team that will watch the brief.
A visit to her home shows a family who would rather mourn in peace. The area commander, ACP Olajide Abola, was sighted leading his 7 divisional police officers out of the house. The family had earlier told TVC News crew the area commander was there to pay a condolence visit, but all efforts to get any of them to react proved abortive. Many have described the Sunday 25th December killing as one death too many. Recall that on the 6th of December, one Gafaru Braimo was also gunned down at the Ajah area of Lagos, while the Inspector General of Police has promised to ensure the Rahims get justice. This may just be a wake-up call for the police authority to review their rules of engagement. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.
That's it on the news updates for this Week of Nigeria. So much more to come. Just stay with us.
Time to take a look at the headlines in the dailies this morning. We'll kick off with The Punch, and we have here PDP crisis. Aggrieved governors may endorse Obasanjo's candidate January 5. The riders underneath that headline go on to say governors at London meeting vow to back Southern presidency. Name your preferred presidential candidate. PDP, there's angry governors. And good luck to Atiku if he thinks he he can win without us. That is coming from Bode George. And above the flag of the paper, there we have Economic Crunch. Senate proposes 376 new agencies, Sean's Orosai report. And Naira redesign, flooding affected agric sector as in 2022. That's coming from the governors. And then we have here a picture story here. Oyo and Niger crashes, killed 20 and 7 die in Calabar Carnival. Oh my, that is very sad. That's not something we want to hear. And then Ekiti Tribunal delivers judgment today. Lagos 6 recovery of 3 drowned beachgoers. And presidential panel reviewing workers' salaries. That's coming from Ngige. All of this on the front page of The Punch. And then from The Punch, we'll take a look at Daily Trust. Daily Trust, and the headline there we have here, Tinubu, Wike's camps meet to finalize deal on 2023. And Pale holds this week in Europe a decision to be guided by Asaba Declaration, Rivers Governors Ally. We will respect all agreement, Ashiwaju's associate, and G5 alliance won't affect Atiku's victory, Campaign Council. And we have here above that headline, 7 killed, 29 injured in Calabar Carnival incident. That is very sad. Buhari orders prosecution of ASP for killing pregnant Lagos lawyer, and FG to announce salary increase soon, Ngige. And we have a picture story here of Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike. A race to Nas Umahi and two others in epic battle for Ebonyi South senatorial seat. All of this on the front page of the Daily Trust. And then from the Daily Trust, let's go to the Daily Sun. And we have here Buhari furious over killing of Lagos lawyer by policeman, directs police authorities to take strongest possible action against culprit. Sanwo-Olu promises justice, sends delegation to family. How 2 hospitals rejected my wife before death, says a widower. And we have here, just beside the flag there, Oshuntokun replaces Okukwe as Obi's campaign DG. Nigeria on IDP's camp, says LP presidential candidate. And we have a picture story of the visits to the late Omobolanle Rahim's family by the police. And then FG to make a pronouncement on salary rise soon. That's coming from Ngige. Describes 2022 as a year of industrial dispute. All of that on the front page of the Daily Sun. So this thing ladies do here. Some people, they all act so, and then behind you just insult the person. Look, don't come to me those kind of greetings. All those, the fakeness inside it is so. And so I started with that this morning, and I'm not in the mood to receive that, but hey, come on.
Yes,
great to see you guys this morning.
Tony Tetwila experience this morning. So Mike is in the farm mood.
I'm good. Anyway, quickly, on my drive to the office this morning, I came across this post on social media. It was a TikTok video actually, of over 20 young boys in a pool with just 4 girls.
Oh, that video you sent out? No, there were more than 20. Far more than 20.
Well,
we are being
I'm just exactly.
No, it was far more than 20. Far.
We're actually being conservative.
It was disgusting. It was nauseating. I felt like throwing up. It was dirty.
It was even what they were doing in the pool.
I don't know.
The guys were, oh gosh, it's breakfast television.
Yeah. But nothing. See, the point is, first of all, I'm thinking about but they were too much. We know we've seen pool parties like that where the pool is being abused, and where you just see so many people because there's as much as water. There's as much. I don't know. It was just not cool.
So as it is, number one, there's already a COVID scare. COVID numbers are increasing worldwide. That aside. Number two, these are children who I can bet it that each of them gave their parents a story as to their location. Number three, I have no idea what they were under the influence of. Number four, those kids, yes, I don't like to use the word kids, so you should know that I'm referring to the adults of kids. Those kids, they were so unruly. I'm trying to use a word that a young person can easily identify with. Like, how do you do things like that? You are supposed to focus on your education. That is not enjoying life. Oh. Even adults do not do stuff like that at your age. And so you wonder what they are exposed to. Because for them to be that way, it shows that they've seen so much nonsense. And you have to even blame so many factors. We can say, okay, the parents, maybe they live in, as someone said, one room, horror, one thing. But we also have to look at what they are being shown on TV. You know, it's almost normal now these days to show nonsense on TV.
I saw this video this morning, and I mean, a lot of things went through my mind. First, where is our moral decadence? Where are our morals? I remember growing up, it was, you know, I would always go back to that term because I feel like it's one of the things that, you know, helped us, you know, helped us to be disciplined growing up. It's a village that raises a child. Were they adults? The first person that came to my mind, were they adults, you know, in that vicinity?
I saw in that older guy on the left side.
When that was happening, because there were 4 girls who were practically being smooshed together in that pool. Were they adults? Were they adults around that vicinity? What did they do about it? Were those boys cautioned in the midst of all of those unruly behavior? None of those things happened. This begs for an orientation. We need an orientation. I think that there is not enough orientation or desensitization that is being done regarding values of, you know, good character, integrity, morals. We need those orientations. I think that orientation, it really even needs to be instilled or needs to be put in the school curriculum or whatever curriculum. Secondly, before we wrap this up quickly, I feel like everybody has a role to play, really. The government, the school, the parents, the neighbors, everybody has a role to play when it comes to instilling discipline and good morals in a child.
And this thing, just as MM said, is a collective responsibility. We need to take serious actions regarding this. And we need a major cleanup. Enough of music videos that are raunchy, showing on regular TV. The NBC has spoken about this. No, and things are not being done about it. They're still being shown. Movies showing things that children need not see. And normalizing immorality. It is not normal to be immoral. If you're an adult, you can live your life the way you want to. But young folks like that, it's appalling. It's appalling.
It really
I can't deal.
All right, we'll take a time out now. Stay with us. There's still quite more to come on the show.
Welcome back, people. You're still tuned into Wake Up Nigeria. And of course, it is the kitchen. And with me is Chef Tumininu. How are you doing? You're welcome. So we are still in a festive holiday, in a festive season. Yes, you can see everyone is still jarring up and still, you know, excited about it. And this morning, she's going to be teaching us how to make coconut rice. What did you make for the Christmas holiday, guys? Was rice part of your Christmas recipe? I'm still trying to figure out the role for our parsley flakes. Parsley flakes, okay? The holiday season is upon us, and the holiday period is upon us, and so excited about this coconut. Oh yes, coconut rice, because I was wondering, where is the coconut? So yes, we have our coconut shavings milk here. Yeah, so I'm guessing what we did is we chopped the coconut.
The real coconut.
Yeah, and then we blended it in a blender, and then we drained out the milk from the coconuts. Fantastic. I'm pretty excited about our recipe this morning. We are making coconut rice. But while we are prepping up things here in the kitchen, let's head over to the couch in a bit for some relationship discussion with Mary. But before we go on there, do not forget to send in your comments. Remember, I'd like to know what you all made during the Christmas holiday. Was it rice? Did you go to check any of our check out any of our previous episodes on the show, our kitchen segment? Did you learn anything? Did you decide to make any recipe this holiday? Let us know on all our social media platforms at CVC Connect. We'll have to head over to the couch now for some relationship discussion with Mary.
Really am interested in the recipe for the coconut rice. I'm really interested in it. Okay, let's kick off our conversation about relationship. Today we will be discussing dealing with anger in relationships. And doing justice to that is Peace Egede, a family life and transformation coach who has been able to help people deal with issues and successfully manage their space by living happily against all odds. It's such a pleasure to have you in the studio with us today.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So when we talk about anger in relationships, it sounds very broad to me because there's so many angles to it, so many aspects to it. But for you, how can you define anger in a relationship? Like, what exactly qualifies as even being angry at all?
Okay, so first, what is anger? Anger is a display of a particular kind of emotion, and it can go from being mild to very toxic. So it depends on how it is being expressed. Anger is an emotion that is meant to be expressed because every one of us have it. But the issue where it becomes a big problem is when it's not expressed appropriately. So that's where anger becomes a problem in relationship. And today, the relationships we have today suffer a lot from this emotion because people mistake anger for aggression. So you get very aggressive towards your partner in the name of expressing your anger. You have the right to be angry. We all have the right to be angry. But express it in a way that it will not cause more issues. So for example, I'm angry with you and I'm telling you all sorts. If you're the type that absorbs words, you will take in everything I have said to you. And in the next 3 months, 6 months, you're still brooding on it and it can lead to depression. So anger in itself is meant to be simple, but the way it is expressed is where the problem is.
So how can we handle anger in relationships?
First, you need to be aware. Understand that anger is a habit that is learned. It's not an inherit. You did not inherit it. It's not part of your DNA. It's not in your gene. So you learned it. So the same way you learned that habit, you can get rid of it. But for you to get rid of it, you need to first of all be aware and realize that, yes, I have anger issues and I need to deal with them and accept it. And then there are strategies.
Before you give the strategies, when does your anger become an issue? Because you just mentioned anger issues. So, you said it's natural, normal to be angry. But then at what point do you stop being naturally angry to becoming somebody who has anger issues? Like, so how can you identify someone who has anger issues?
When it's a habit. So you meet someone and every little thing triggers the person. Every little thing the person is triggered, the person is expressing him or herself through anger, because there's this myth that you need to be aggressive, you need to be angry in order for you to get what you want. So every little thing triggers the person. But the downside of that mindset and that reaction method is on the person's health at the end of the day. Because you display a lot of energy, you release a lot of negative energy, and it comes back to you in very interesting way. High blood pressure and so many other things that we can't name. And I can't really give name to them because I'm not a doctor. But they have been linked to the way you express yourself when it comes to anger and aggression.
Okay, so now let's go back to the strategies.
Okay, so you have, aside from awareness, you have the timeout strategy. And under that strategy, that timeout strategy, we have like timeout, where you take out time away from the issue. Like you're having a heated argument, and all of a sudden, because you are self-aware, you say, excuse me, I need to excuse myself. And you leave
the person doesn't excuse you, Uncle?
Well, anger is not physical fight, right?
Yeah.
It's not physical fight, so you can decide to leave the scene. It's your choice. So as long as you're exchanging words, you're angry, you're displaying some level of anger, you have control over it if you choose to. But because you're already a habit and you're not even aware of it, you can't control it.
Well, you know, some people see it as you walking out. Like, if you say excuse in the middle of a conversation, which is turning into a heated argument, the person will misconstrue it to mean you always walk out on.
Okay, so that's why probably the way you present it matters. Excuse me, I need to take a break. I'm angry right now. You should understand. I'm trying to help myself. I'm upset. I need to take a break. Or else I might just
say or do something I'll regret.
Exactly. So I need to take a break. I need to excuse myself. Or you talk to a friend that you know will understand your situation. We do not have the culture of speaking our pain to people in this part of the world. We don't have that culture. But it can be learned. The reason why we do not have that culture is because of the mindset that has been sold to us. The mindset of hiding things, hide it, don't talk. You don't know who your enemy is. Those are wrong mindsets. They are wrong myths. So if you can speak to a friend, or you have a group of people that you can say they are of like minds that will understand, that can help you get rid of what is hurting you, fine. Or you distract yourself with exercises or any other thing. Just find something that takes you away from that sin. Because it's an emotion, it lasts for only some minutes.
But the effects can last forever.
So because you are aware that that anger won't last forever, the moment you excuse yourself or look for a strategy to help yourself, before you know it, the feeling goes down. Compared to if you stay there and you're spewing all sorts, shouting, making noise, before you know you're hitting each other, it's going toxic. Why? Because of something that was said that you're reacting to, because you have the anger habits. So I think those are the strategies that we can use.
So you just mentioned something now that caught my attention, anger habits. Of course, it can be related to anger issues.
Yes.
So, because habits are things that are built over time.
Yes.
How can you prevent that habit from becoming a thing? Because, you know, it's one thing to have anger issues.
Yes.
But now I'm relating it to this anger habit. So I'm creating a pattern, for example, of always being angry. How can you even be aware that, okay, I've launched myself into a pattern? Because you said it's very important to deal with the anger issues, but we did not even talk about the progression, how you become an angry person. So how can you break away from it? Even before breaking away, how can you prevent it?
Okay, so you can't have anger issues if you don't have the anger habits.
Yes.
So it has to start from the habits.
Yes.
And how do you develop the habits? That's what you just asked
Yes.
now. It's coming from the hands that raised you, the people you mingle with, the experiences you've had in life. Who have you been watching? Who have you been listening to? Like, I'm not going to mention him, but there's a particular toxic social media handle that people go to. And that person's toxicity can easily influence people. But that person has followers because the person has people with similar mindsets as him or her. So that toxicity can rub off on them and they won't even know. They won't even be aware of it because they are not in their conscious state. They're not aware of what they're doing. So it starts from somewhere. The people you mingle with, the hands that raised you, your parents, where they're always shouting at each other. You can learn it easily because that's all you know. There's nothing else you're learning. That's just all you know.
Wow, wow. So this is actually a very broad subject.
Yes.
It's not something that can be analyzed or dissected in a few minutes. But of course, you know, you can always ask Peace Egede more questions via social media handles, which of course are on the screen. At this point, we have to take a break. Thank you so much for your time, Peace. It's been an awesome month with you. But you know, before that break, I'm really curious about how far those in the kitchen have gone with this coconut rice. I think I'll walk down there myself.
Well, we haven't gone anywhere yet. We're still here with our ingredients still displayed on the kitchen table. I've got Chef Tumininu. Yes, Chef T with us. And this morning she'll be teaching us how to make coconut rice. Let's go. Let's roll out the ingredients. Chef T, over to you.
Okay, so I'm in with my unsalted butter.
Okay.
So I would like that to just stir fry a bit.
Okay.
After which I'll be adding my rice.
Okay. Let's run through the ingredients that we're going to use for our coconut rice.
Earlier I said we have salt, we have pepper mix, and we have garlic powder, we have crayfish powder, We have shrimp.
Crayfish powder.
Yes.
Okay, that's the blended crayfish.
Yes, yes,
You
crayfish
confused me there a little bit.
So we have our seasoning, then parsley flakes,
Okay.
then sesame oil, tiger prawns, and smoked fish. Then the main deal, coconut milk and rice.
Okay.
Basmati rice. I'm using basmati rice of
Okay.
this coconut rice.
Okay. So I see that you're melting our unsalted
Yes,
butter.
butter,
So
yes.
once that is done,
Yeah.
what's next?
I'll be adding the rice.
Okay.
And so I'll stir fry for about 2 minutes. Where I'm going to be adding my seasonings, everything together. I'll just combine everything. Then I'll make sure I stir fry it well. Then add it. Coconut milk.
So at what point do you know when to add the coconut milk?
Okay, so that is when I want the rice to be done. I want it to cook.
Okay.
Because
so, but you said we are going to keep stir frying the rice.
Yeah, we'll keep stir frying it. Like,
Okay.
in less than 5 minutes, I'll be having it.
Really? Has this rice been parboiled?
No.
Okay, but because it's basmati rice,
it's
it doesn't take
yeah,
so
it doesn't
long to
take so
cook.
long to
Yeah, but if you're using your regular rice, I would suppose you have to parboil the rice first, right?
No, it's actually the same process. It depends on how you know how to, figure out your cooking.
Okay, okay.
I prefer basmati rice because it takes just a little time to cook.
And it's quicker.
And it's quicker, yes.
Yeah, so, okay.
So now I'll be adding my
Sesame oil, and then we're going to put in our rice and all of the ingredients go in. But hey, we'll be back later on, just right after the break, to take you through the process for our Christmas dish this morning. We'll be right back, people. Stay with us.
It's time for DIY, and of course we've got Oyin Onorinde of Ewa Hair right here with us. Today she will be showing us some natural methods to care for our face, of course using natural products. Good to have you in the studio with us today.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so we've got our model here.
Right.
How exactly are you going to teach us to care for our faces naturally?
Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the coffee face mask.
Coffee face mask?
Right,
Okay.
so we're going to be talking about the coffee face mask. And everybody knows coffee, it's a very common booster, that everybody likes to take in the morning. And what a lot of people don't know is that coffee is very beneficial for the skin. It's an antioxidant, it's a very good, it has exfoliating properties. There are so many things that the coffee can do for the body and for the skin and all of that. So today we're going to be doing a very simple coffee face mask that you can do in 2 minutes.
Okay.
And it is highly beneficial for your face and for your skin.
Okay, so let's get started. What do we require?
Okay, so we require coffee.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course. What is this on the side?
Okay, this is natural yogurt. This is Greek yogurt. It has no sugar.
You use Greek yogurt. I'm beginning to think.
Yes, I love.
Okay, let me not say it because it's going to happen.
Right.
If I say it.
Okay, so this is natural yogurt.
Okay.
Like I always say, yogurt is very, very beneficial for the skin. Okay. It has a lot of proteins. It has lactic acid, that helps break down dead skin cells in the body. And also I have my coffee. Coffee is a very good antioxidant. I also have my honey, my natural honey in here. So
how much honey is there?
Yes, this is about one teaspoon of honey
okay.
in this plastic.
Okay.
So I'm going to be adding...
Let me help you.
Thank you.
Sure.
I'm going to be adding about 2 teaspoons. This is your teaspoon. Okay. So I'll add 2 teaspoons of yogurt into my honey.
Okay. Okay.
And I will add 2 teaspoons of my coffee.
Okay.
Into this mixture.
It smells amazing already.
Right. Wow. So we're going to be mixing this together.
Okay.
And our face mask is good to go.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Okay.
Right. So
are you going to be needing this?
Yes, I'm going to be needing that.
Okay, let me help you with that.
Thank you.
There you go.
So I have my coffee mixture in here, less than 2 minutes, and I apply on my face, on our face rather.
Okay.
Sorry.
So running through it again, she made use of 2 teaspoons of coffee,
right.
2 teaspoons of yogurt, and of course 1 teaspoon of honey. All right, so pretty Pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
So I'll apply on the whole face, and I leave on my face for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Yes, for about 20 minutes, and I let this soak inside my skin.
Could you turn your face this way so we see?
Yes. Yeah. So apply all over the skin, and I let it stay in here for 20 minutes, and then I rinse off with warm water, and of course a very clean cloth. And then you are good to go with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there other uses for this particular mixture of honey, yogurt, and coffee? I ask because maybe I can also extend it to my scalp. Would it help anything, or would it make my hair dry?
No, well, this is actually for the face, and this is an exfoliating mixture. So like, if everybody has like dead skin, due to the weather, we are all exposed to sun, we are all exposed to smoke and all of that. So you need to exfoliate your face from time to time, just a way to like take off the dead skin out of your face. So this is actually perfect for this. But I could also use my coffee and, some maybe like turmeric and some other mixture, if I'm trying to achieve something else, if I want to glow. So that would be best for, if I want to brighten up my face, that would be best for, for such purposes. But this is best for exfoliating.
Just for exfoliating.
Just for exfoliating, especially if you have a very oily face. So this really works wonders. If your face is very oily, and even if you don't have oily face, this mixture
we apply more.
Okay, this mixture is actually good for all types of skin. If you're fair, if you're light, I mean, it's just natural. This is organic. This is natural for all kinds of skin. It's best for all kinds of skin, Now,
you mentioned sweetened yogurt, unsweetened earlier.
Yes,
is it okay if I use sweetened? Would it affect what the end results? Say, for example, I already have sweetened yogurt at home before this came up.
Right.
So can I make use of it?
Well, I will advise you use the unsweetened because, the unsweetened actually has better, better ingredients, for this purpose. So it's better to use the unsweetened compared to the sweetened.
Okay.
Yeah, but you could use that, but it might not really give you that, that tough exfoliating effect at the end of the day. So that's why it's better to use the unsweetened.
Okay. So when I'm washing it off, do I use soap or just warm water?
Just use warm water. Don't use soap. Yes, just use warm water on your face. And then you will actually, if your face is actually prone to acne, this, mixture is actually good for people that their skin is prone to acne. So this will, help to take off all the dead, pimples, all the dead, dead things on your face, and then keeps your face fresh and clean. Right.
Okay, so using the coffee in particular. Now, I'm very curious about the coffee. Should there be a particular type of coffee, or it can be just about any coffee?
Well, it could be about any coffee. I mean, your natural coffee, and then, it has to be a grounded coffee. So it can be, the way it is in the natural state. It has to be grounded. It could be roasted, whatever, there are different, brands out there. There are medium roast, there are dark roast. I mean, all of them still has caffeine. That's the most important thing. So the most important thing that we are looking out for in this ingredient is the caffeine, because the caffeine, does a lot of antioxidants. It does a lot of exfoliating. It takes out all the dead skin cells, acne, pimples. I even read from, from a study that coffee actually helps to reduce skin cancer.
Wow. See, there's a lot you can benefit from coffee, as you've learned today. And at this point, I must say a very big thank you to Oyin Onorinde. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This has been really interesting, and I'm definitely putting it to practice this week. Talking about putting into practice, the coconut rice is still in practice in the kitchen. And I know MM is on standby with Chef Tumi Nunu.
Yes, it is, Mary. Now we have found another use for our coffee. Well done, Oyi. With me in the kitchen is Chef T, and we are making coconut rice, people. Yes. So first off, let us know where we are at, Chef T. Over to you quickly.
We've added our rice, so we are trying to stir fry it. We've stir fried it for about 5 minutes now.
Okay, and this is basmati rice.
Basmati rice, yes.
Okay.
So we're adding our coconut and garlic powder.
Oh, that's a lot of garlic.
Yeah, it enhances the taste.
Okay.
Then our seasoning.
Okay.
Then we are adding our
atarodo.
Yes.
So in
Pepper
here you
mix.
said you have pepper,
Yes.
chili pepper,
Yeah.
a little bit of tomatoes,
Yeah.
and then tatache.
Tatache.
I was paying attention. I hope you're paying attention as well, right? So, and yes, we forgot to mention that she actually used unsalted butter.
Unsalted butter and sesame oil.
To fry. That's what she's using as the base for our stir fry, right? Yeah. So now that that's been fried, so what else is going in quickly?
So we're adding a coconut,
our crayfish.
Our crayfish.
Okay.
Lots of it.
Wow.
Depending on how you like it.
Chef T isn't playing. She's very generous with her stuffings this morning.
Rice, you know, you need to be generous with any kind of ingredients you are using, so that you can enjoy. There are some people who do not like when we have different things inside.
Okay.
But, you know.
All right. So, well, our coconut rice is getting ready on here. We have a lot more ingredients to go in. It looks like it's going to be very, very tasty, and I can't wait, people. Well, hey, it's the top of the hour. We have served you everything and more, but there's still more to come, people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Oh, wow.
What's the time? Is it time for second lap?
No, the time.
No, they want me, baby. Just focus.
Mike, let's just focus.
Of course, I hope you're still in the holiday spirit.
Yes,
For those of you who, you know, this is small Christmas. You understand what I mean? The
This
one
guy
that
is
will
just a
give
troublemaker.
big chicken is
So
coming.
a colleague is asking for her own Christmas rice. She's not, of course, another religion, and he's telling her that this is small Christmas.
No, by the way, we need to do better. Everybody needs to do better. IMEM needs to do better. Ensure that you get Halima Christmas chicken and goat and fish at the end of this show. Ensure that, right?
You know what? We love the fact that we get to share this special season with you and yours. So stick around because the second hour has something really special, okay?
Yeah, I hope you have been spreading love, joy, and kindness so far this season. If you have not, you can start now. My name is Mike Mesikeno.
And my name is Mary Bashua Alimi. What a year it's been for most people. The Unitide is a time to cheer, so set aside all that is wrong and focus on that which is right, okay? You can also stream the show live at tvcentertainment.tv and on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Watch us live. It's on GOTV channel 27 and the ultra high frequency that's talking about the terrestrial band 49. Download the app to watch us anywhere around the world. How's the coconut rice going? How's it coming?
Oh, it's going very well. Chef T has been hard at work. Right now, we're waiting for our rice to cook. We have our coconut milk in there. Oh, that looks good. What? Oh, that looks good. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, it actually does have coconut milk. It's fresh coconut milk. It's not the packaged one. It's not the processed one. It's actually the fresh one. So, I mean, that's just going to add all that extra flavor and taste to the meal. Can't wait.
Okay, let's get straight to what we have left on the show.
Absolutely. We have, you know, of course, music makes everything better. So we have for a music performance, Akinde Damilare, known as Seth Global Boy. He's a singer, songwriter, and actor. We can't wait for his performance.
And then we have Obe Etok Chima, an actor whose role as Sandra in Wale Adenuga's television series No Pain, No Gain shot her to limelight. She starred in many movies after that. We'll be talking to her on the show today.
So talking about spreading of Christmas cheer this holiday, I deliberately decided not to gift somebody anything. So let me tell you why before you judge me, right? She used to be my sales girl.
Oh, I thought it was me because you've seen not
every time
giving
that
anything.
she's reached out to me to ask for help, I have always, you know, obliged. I've always, you know, been of, and she keeps coming back and she keeps coming back. So I needed someone to do something for me and I needed her help. So I reached out to her. I was going to pay her for it anyway. So I reached out to her and I told her that, okay, I have a job for you. Can you do this for me? She was like, oh no, the distance. I said, okay, no problem. That's okay. That's fine. Prelude to Christmas. That's what calling me. I just got to say hello to you. I just got to say hello to you. How is the family, ma? I said, I'm fine. I'm okay.
You're fine.
I'm good.
So, you know, I actually have a problem with entitled people, who, especially those who don't have so much, yet don't want to work. So there's somebody I know who has been disturbing me for a few weeks now. I'm not saying this to call him out, so I'm not going to mention his name or anything. This guy used to work for us, and then because my mom saw that, this guy, you are educated to a large extent. Let's help you get a job. Leave the driving job you're doing for us and do, get a proper job. My mom helped this guy get a job. If I tell you where she got him the job, Seth, you'll be like, eh? This guy will now come and then act like he's the boss of the place. He even said impersonating the major profession in that place. So when people come, we claim that he's so and so person. He didn't want to work. His colleagues complained. You will resume work at 10, you close at 2. You know, that kind of stuff. He eventually left the job, saying that it was too stressful for him. Fast forward many years after. He will post on Facebook, talk this, talk that, even ask for... In fact, I don't even know, Jared. See, lazy people. It's one thing to not have a job, but it's another thing to be lazy. The thing just vexes me.
Outro to the outro.
In fact, time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. Members of the Solomon Oladuni support group say they will work to ensure victory for the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in all the 18 local government areas of the state. The leader of the group, Solomon Oladuni, insists that the former Lagos State governor remains the best for the job because of his track record. Ayodeji Muradeyo reports.
It is less than 60 days to the conduct of the 2023 elections, and various support groups have continued to galvanize support for the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in Ondo State. This time, it is the turn of the Solomon Oladuni group to drum more support for the former Lagos State governor. Members of the group organized this work to sensitize the people on the need to support Tinubu. They walked from the old garage in Akure to Ijapwa Estate area. Leader of the group, Solomon Oladuni, said the work was organized to ensure that Tinubu gets maximum support in Ondo State. Oladuni described the APC presidential candidate as a detribalized Nigerian.
Ondo State will be proud of it. So that's why
Outside Nigeria, at least 28 persons have been killed in western New York State, most of them in Buffalo, as a monster winter storm continues to batter North America. A state official says some people had been trapped in cars for more than 2 days during what was probably the worst storm of their lifetime. Meteorologists warn that up to 9 more inches, that's about 23 centimeters of snow, expected in parts of the state through Tuesday. The storm, stretching from Canada to the Mexican border, has killed about 56 people. The United States President Joe Biden has approved an emergency declaration allowing federal support for New York State. The executive for Erie County, where Buffalo is located, Mark Polonkas, says many of the victims had died from heart problems while shoveling or blowing snow. Some were found dead in their vehicles. And that's it on the news updates for today on Wake Up Nigeria. There's so much more to come. Just stay with us.
Why are you doing that to your son? Man, he's too strong. Hey, you did call her name.
I was looking forward to what the...
Yeah, I mean, I was looking forward to her response, actually.
But was there also a motive sending those kids away? Well, we have her here on the couch with us, Obe Etok Chima.
She's a veteran actor whose role as Sandra in Walode Adenuga's television series No Pain, No Gain shot her to the limelight. And of course, she starred in so many movies.
I love talking to veterans. It's great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Do you consider yourself a veteran?
Sorry?
Do you consider yourself a veteran?
Of course.
Wonderful. Now, because, some people can be so, not to be modest about you. The more people I've spoken to.
Of course. First and foremost, I studied theatre arts. Imo State University. Graduated 1999. My first film was Camouflage, 1998.
Wow.
That's 24 years now. So I'm a veteran.
Definitely. So you're in a very good position to look to juxtapose, to look at the evolution of
That's
Hollywood has
happened in
really
Hollywood
come
industry.
a long
Of course,
way,
yes.
you know, and there has been that old Nollywood, new Nollywood, discussion that has been going on for quite a long time. But so far, being there from then up to now, talk to us. How has the industry evolved? In your own words, how have you seen the evolution of Nollywood as an industry?
You know, what I would say is, when we started, it wasn't like this. Now, like you said, new Nollywood is better off. You know, the days of VHS and all that, CD, you know, marketers and all that. But people, a whole lot of people are doing their own thing themselves, selling their movies themselves, going on the internet, YouTube and all that. All these things happening now wasn't there then. So there's a big difference. Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about your experience. I mean, you've done this for 24 years, but there was this, you seemed like you went on a hiatus recently.
Of course, yes.
You've been on a break from the movie industry. Is there a reason why you'd like to tell us?
Actually, like I said, when I looked at myself, I wasn't growing any younger. And I told myself, if I continue being in this industry, you know, definitely there's a way the industry swallows you that you don't remember or know or say, okay, there's something very important I should do. You know, but I started talk to myself. When I saw my mates outside the industry getting married, having children, having kids, my sisters, I'm like, what is going on? Is it not high time you tell yourself the truth? And I said, okay, fine. Acting, you can always act anytime. But children, when the time passes you, it's not going to be easy. So I now told myself I need to have a family. And now I have a family.
Wonderful, I like that.
And that's why I decided to come back. And also because some people have family, have children, and they still shoot and act. But I don't have a house help. I decided to train mine myself, you know. So because of the fear of the unknown, of what is really happening in the country right now, insecurity and all that. So I decided to train my own children myself, and I am happy I did that because I understand them. I understand what they need when they are going astray, when they are wrong, I understand them because I do their homework with them. I wake up early, take them to school, make their food, do everything. So,
you're a hands-on mom.
Of course, because I'm also teaching my child, my daughters, they are doing it with me.
I like this.
Fantastic.
I like this.
Great. And there's usually that fear of, when you take a break from an industry, whether it's moving on and then coming
when
back.
you come back.
How did you experience? Tell us what you went through when you came back into the industry.
Yeah, I was really afraid. I was like, the people you're meeting now is not the same people you started with. And my directors I am meeting now is not the same directors. Most of the directors are no more directing. Most of the producers are no more producing. The EPs, most of them have stayed back. You know, I'm like, how do I start? Who do I meet? I started sending messages to people. I started calling people to connect me. And I'm like, God, and first and foremost, I asked God, I told God, this is what I want to do. And like I said before, I studied theater arts. It's not by, as in
it's not by what you studied in school.
It's not about what I studied. Actually, what I want to point out here is that I didn't put theater arts in Imo State University. I did not even put Imo State University as a course, as a university, and as a course. You know, I put in Federal University of Uyo, first and second choice, communication arts. So I was in Uyo for a whole year trying to get admission, you know. But when I came back, after a month, I saw an admission letter in my house. Imo State University, theater arts. So I believe it's God's will for me because I actually came back to JAMB office and they rejected it and said, go and study. There's a reason for it. I don't know. But I believe it's God's will for me. So when I started back, I started making connections and all that. So I started telling people I'm back, started calling those that I still remember that are still there. I'm back, connect me to 1 or 2 jobs and all that. But the first I did was Jennifer And I also did The Johnsons. That was the last I did with Adame before she died.
Passed on.
And I did I've done it like 2 jobs with Ruth Kadri. I know I personally sent her messages before she, you know, gave me some jobs, and they are wonderful jobs. How to Be an Unforgettable Woman. And the other one is The Healer, which is not yet out. I just did a job with my ex, with Noel and Jubuibo. Beautiful stories, beautiful actors, and wonderful directors. And I also did a job with, I just came out from Kenoma Village, Oma Nadi's job. Wonderful story too, with great actors and actresses. Likewise, I just finished last week.
Wonderful. You are
Wow.
back.
You're back in
You're
your
back
back fully.
because
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, I mean,
You see,
yeah.
there's also something I want to. You studied this. This is something that you know. But you know, the industry as it stands now is. Some people have said it is a all for everybody. Is a everybody just comes in and you know you have. I mean, for now, you see that thing where maybe for commercial purposes, a skit maker who maybe doesn't really know this thing, but you see them landing lead roles because maybe they want to sell the movie and all of that. And some veterans have said that this has affected the art or the quality of acting, as it were. Or it's now an all-comers game.
Everybody wants to just
not just how important should it be that people should train as actors?
Yeah, it's very
before
important.
even going for audition. And I mean, people look at a beautiful face or a handsome guy and say, oh,
And just say, come in.
Yeah, that's what they are looking at now. Nobody knows, nobody cares anyway if the person can act, if the person can deliver. All they know is, okay, as time goes on, the person will, you know, learn. But we that studied it, we know the do's and don'ts of acting. Like, I actually majored in theater administration, you know. So I had lecturers from University of Calabar. We went to Calabar and did some stage productions and all that. So, but basically now, people just come in and say they want to act. I want to act. And if you have a fine face, if you speak Fune,
you know,
you are good
this
to
thing
go.
gets,
Which
this
is
gets to
meant
me.
to be.
At all.
You see our movies now, if you can't speak Fune, or if you're not very fair, you're not going anywhere.
You're hitting the nail
Yeah,
on the
but
head.
that's the truth. That's what is happening.
Yeah,
That's what is happening.
talking about being light-skinned, and we've also heard, we've had a few other, few female actresses complain about it. You know,
straight up,
producers going for
That's why
light-skinned
people are
females and then dark-skinned
bleaching themselves now,
females.
trying to tone, trying to do this, trying to do that.
Yeah. But quickly, talk us through the challenges that you have experienced, you know, in the industry, especially since you got back. Have you been through any sort of pressure?
No.
Especially as a veteran?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I am called upon, given a script, given a character to play, and I do my job, that's all. Okay. But there is no challenge at all, apart from when we started. We had challenges.
And you feel like those challenges have been corrected now with the new Nollywood?
Now, because now there are no auditions.
Oh.
Then there were auditions. Sometimes you go for an audition, you won't be picked. You know, sometimes if you don't go on time, when you go for an audition and the first 10 or 20 people, the director, the actor, the people that are auditioning, the audition panel, they will just like, by that time, you know, they are just starting, they are not tired. You know, they would have picked 1 or 2 people they want to use. After casting, they want to fix one or two people inside, not as if the main people, you know.
I remember gingered about this. So, thank you so much. Welcome back. We have breakfast for you, but just before we go, let's hear about your plans. 2023, moving forward. What's next? Are you planning to produce or something? Or
direct?
Or, you know, many people, that's where they go to now, like, you know, but what are your plans? What should your fans look forward to?
My fans should look forward to more of me coming out because, like I said, I am back. I want to do more jobs, you know, concentrate on jobs first. You know, producing is not an easy task.
Oh, it's not.
It is not.
It's not.
Because I know I've done that before and it didn't work. I did that in 2013. It didn't yield anything. So I want to take my time, check on 1 or 2 things. You know, producing also, you need a whole lot of money. If you want a good script, it has to be money. If you want good actors, it has to be money. So if there is nothing like that, how many people will you be begging, please come work for me?
Come and support me.
In that. That's just it.
Thank you so much. She's a very big fan, so she's glad that you're back. And we're looking forward to those movies. I'm looking at you gracing our screens with wonderful performances.
Thank you.
Right.
I
So we
really
have something
like to
for
see
you.
act a mother-in-law role. We're looking forward to that. Let's go to the kitchen.
But yeah, but we have
All right,
something.
but hey, we need to see her work first off before we head over to the kitchen.
Mathematics homework. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Just go inside. Just go inside.
To us, that will happen. Our children the food shop tomorrow.
Welcome to the kitchen, Obey. And this is Chef Tinu. And this morning she's made for you coconut rice.
Oh.
Right. Because still in the festive season, festive mood. Please
try it.
Enjoy.
And wonderful prawn.
Oh.
I don't want to see you anywhere close to this prawn.
Better
know it is.
Wow.
You like it?
Nice. Well done.
I hope I have to take some home.
Oh, please.
Well, this is
enough
nice. Seriously.
Yeah.
We're glad you like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well done, Chef.
Okay,
Tinu.
so don't
Well
worry,
done.
we'll also have a taste on your behalf, so we can also tell you how nice it tastes. Thank you so much for your time, Chef Tuminu. Thank you so much. And thank you as well for always watching Wake Up Nigeria. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, bright and early, 7 a.m. Thanks to the crew and everyone. Bye for now.
Au revoir.